Chapter 2, Mishnah 4. The Mishnah names a fifth and final case of a person who brings a single korban for many causes. If a woman gave birth to or miscarried many fetuses, that is, she miscarried a female fetus within 80 days, the melos period of the birth or miscarriage of a female fetus, and miscarried again within 80 days of the miscarriage of the second female fetus, or she miscarried twins, that is, she was pregnant with two or more fetuses, and she miscarried one after the other, each within the melos of the previous one. In both of these cases, she need bring only one set of korbanos. Since each miscarriage took place within the melos of the one before, it is enough to bring one set of korbanos for all of them. However, Rabbi Yehuda says she brings korbanos for the first fetus, but she does not bring korbanos for the second one. She brings korbanos for the third fetus, but she does not bring korbanos for the fourth one. The previous Mishnah stated that there are 5 people who bring korbanos that vary based upon what they can afford. The Mishnah lists these people. These people bring a variable offering. One who is liable for the sin of hearing the sound of an oath, that is, falsely swearing that he does not know the testimony that someone else needs to win a case in court. One who is liable for the sin of declaring a false oath with his lips, that is, falsely swearing that he did or did not do something in the past, or swearing that he will or will not do something in the future and then breaking his word. One who is liable for the tumah of the Beis Hamikdash and its holy things, that is, unintentionally committing the sin of entering the Beis Hamikdash or eating kodashim when one is tameh. A woman who has given birth and a mitzorah. The sin of cohabitating with a shifcha harufa, betrothed slave woman, was mentioned in Chapter 2, Mishnah 2. Other people with whom cohabitation is forbidden, collectively known as arayos, are listed in Chapter 1, Mishnah 1. The Mishnah notes some differences between the laws of shifcha harufa and the laws of the arayos. What are the differences in law between the shifcha harufa and all the arayos? First, the shifcha harufa is not the same as the arayos with regard to the punishment and with regard to the korban as follows. Someone who sins with any of the arayos is required to bring a chatas, while someone who sins with a shifcha harufa is required to bring an asham. Someone who sins with any of the arayos is required to bring a female animal as his chatas, while someone who sins with a shifcha harufa is required to bring a male animal as his asham. Regarding all the arayos, both the man and the woman are equal with respect to malchus and the korban. That is, if either of them sinned deliberately, he or she receives malchus, and if either of them sinned unintentionally, he or she must bring a chatas. But regarding the shifcha harufa, the Torah did not make the man equal to the woman with respect to malchus. That is, only the woman can be liable to malchus and not the man. And it did not make the woman equal to the man with regard to the korban. That is, only the man can be liable to bring the korban and not the woman. Having listed the differences that concern the punishment and the korban, the Mishnah lists other differences. Regarding all the arayos, the Torah treated one who begins the act of cohabitation as one who completed the act, and one is obligated to bring a korban for every act of cohabitation. Regarding all the arayos, the Torah treated one who begins the act of cohabitation as one who completed the act, and one is obligated to bring a korban for every act of cohabitation. But these stringencies do not apply in the case of the shifcha harufa. Someone who sins with a shifcha harufa is not liable unless he completes the act, and someone who sins with a shifcha harufa many times brings only one korban. In these two respects, a man who cohabits with a shifcha harufa is treated more leniently than a man who cohabits with one of the arayos. On the other hand, the following is a strict law that the Torah applies only in the case of a shifcha harufa, and not in the case of arayos. Namely, that in the case of the shifcha harufa, it treats a deliberate sinner as strictly an unintentional sinner, in that even a deliberate sinner must bring the asham.